Hey everybody, so David Essel here, and I just wanted to share with you some information today. I was asked recently by a friend of mine, Wilbur Powell, who's a teacher, to give some tips on how students who want to become or think about becoming an entrepreneur, what might they want to look at? What is it that they may want to consider as they explore life and health and happiness after school? Now, this could be high school students, college students. A year ago, or I guess it was 2 years ago, I did the commencement address at Syracuse University, my alma mater. And after that address, I had several students come up to me and ask about how could they become an entrepreneur? How could they follow their dreams and do the work that I've done? I started 37 years ago as an entrepreneur and absolutely love it, and it's a blessing. So if you're with Wilbur in high school, or you're somewhere else in college and you're thinking about the whole concept of becoming an entrepreneur, let me give you some tips that I know is going to really help. Number one, you've got to do it because you love it. Oh my God, if that's the most important thing I can tell you, is that don't become an entrepreneur. Don't open up your own business to make money only. Now, there's a lot of people that might disagree with me on that concept, and they might say there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe there isn't. But I'll tell you this, if you're going to open your own business, you're going to be in for a hell of a ride. Okay, and that's both the great stuff and it's going to be challenging things. And why, to me, the question would always be, why do I want to get up, go do something that I really don't like, I really don't enjoy, just to make money? That doesn't resonate with me. I think the best entrepreneurs, and as a counselor and a life coach, I worked in the world of sports psychology for years. Every person that I have worked with that wanted to take their life to the next level, that's an entrepreneur, they were all doing what they love. So the very first thing is, what do you love? What do you want to do? What is it that when you wake up in the morning, you just can't wait to get to work? Is it IT? Is it a massage therapist? Is it a counselor, coach? Is it owning your own franchise? What is it that would just get you so damn excited? That's the first thing I'm going to ask you if you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur. A hairstylist, right? An accountant. What is it that would just fire you up, that you could be paid by someone else to do it, but you'd rather do it yourself? A real estate agent, right? Oh my God. The list goes on and on. So if you want to become an entrepreneur, my very first tip is make sure you're doing something you absolutely love. Number one. Number two, get an education. Yes, there's individuals that have become an entrepreneur without even finishing their GEDs and without going on to college. But I'll tell you, in my experience, it makes it a lot easier if you do have an advanced education in order to open the business. And really, I would do that. One of the things that turned me on to opening my own business was after I graduated and had my 4-year degree from Syracuse University, I spent a year in Boulder, Colorado, and I took a course on how to become an entrepreneur. And this is 1980, 37 years ago. It opened my mind because you really do have to know all the concepts of business. You have to know marketing. You have to know advertising. You have to know sales. You have to know promotions. You have to know hiring. You have to know finances. And that's going to be my next point. Make sure, if you don't go on to college, make sure you take advanced courses, even in night school, on profit and loss statements, finances. Make sure you understand it before you go into the world of business, because it's going to make life a hell of a lot easier if you do, okay? Lots of times people go, I just want to do what I love. I just want to get out there and do what I love, and they don't know the money part of it, and business can fail so quickly. The next tip I'm going to give you is that it takes about, hey Judy, welcome, have you with you. And I think we've got Wilbur with us, one of the guys that I'm doing this for. So great to have you, Wilbur. One of the things that also I'm going to say as a cautionary tale is that the statistics haven't changed since I opened my first business in 1980. It takes 3 to 5 years, 3 to 5 years to go ahead and to make sure that your business is going to be successful. And what does that mean? That means within the first 3 to 5 years of opening a business is that you want to continue to reinvest the profits back into the business, okay? 3 to 5 years. That means for 3 to 5 years, you're going to be living on a shoestring. For most of us entrepreneurs, it's true. It could be longer, okay? But I want you to not throw out the idea that, within 12 months of opening this business and selling this pet rock, or whatever the heck you want to do as an entrepreneur, that you're going to be bringing in all this cash. You might do well and bring in money, but you're going to want to reinvest it into better products, hiring better people, better location, better offices, better equipment, better everything. Okay, so if you're a real estate agent, it doesn't matter, all the things I mentioned earlier, you're going to want to reinvest your profits for the first 3 to 5 years to make sure you have a solid foundation so the business can continue to grow. Absolutely huge. The next thing is, who do you surround yourself with? And you can start this right now. I don't care if you're a high school senior, a college senior, or whatever. If you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, who you hang out with is crucial. If you hang out with a bunch of Debbie Downers, a bunch of individuals that love to drink and party and all, you're just going to shoot yourself in the foot. You want to surround yourself. Now, write this down. You want to surround yourself with people who are better, smarter, and more successful than you. Look, if I look at the people that I've surrounded myself with over the last 37 years, my mentor, Joe Cerulli, a multi-trillionaire who was homeless to become a multi-trillionaire, the late Wayne Dyer, Deepak Chopra. If I look at all the people that I surround myself with, the Harv Ekers of the world, people that I've interviewed on radio shows and then gotten to know afterwards, these people I want in my corner, and they're all more successful than I am. And it's been one of the keys to me constantly growing my business. Who do I hang out with? If you hang out with people that are gossipers and people that are, that are naysayers, and, I don't know if your business is going to do that. Well, you're just going to hold back. So, that's the next big tip, is make sure you're surrounding yourself with people that are smarter, more successful than you. Networking is huge. Once you start your own business, you're going to want to be out meeting people, not at the bars, but you're going to be joining like the young professional organizations and financial organization networking groups. You're going to really want to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who are incredibly intelligent, outrageously talented, because you're going to need their support as you try to grow your own business. Now, I could go on probably for 7 more hours talking about all the different things that are needed for an entrepreneur to start their business and to be successful in life. But that's about it. The last thing I'm going to share is this. If you're like me and most other entrepreneurs, you're going to go downhill at points, and you need to have a great attitude, which means you need to take care of your body and your mind and your spirit. Now, how we do that can be totally different, but there will be times, we went, in 2007 and 2008, we lost everything because I overinvested as an entrepreneur in the world of real estate. And we lost it all, and we had to start from scratch again. After all those years of being super successful, we started at the bottom, okay? And I'll tell you this, one of the things that helped us to get back on was my attitude has always been great because I take care of my body, I work out every day, I eat really clean foods, I don't drink or smoke or anything like that. And I'm going to tell you that because of those healthy lifestyle habits, my world as an entrepreneur, even when I've hit these really tough times, I was always able to bounce back. I have great faith. Now, some people will say, well, faith isn't necessary to be an entrepreneur and to have a great business, and it may not be for you. But because I'm doing this video, I have to share what works for me, and that is having great faith, asking people for help. I surround myself, I mentioned a minute ago, with stellar individuals, smarter than me, more successful than me. They helped me when my stuff started to go down south. They've helped me to stay powerful, strong, and have a great attitude in life and work your butt off. You may have to put 10, 12, 14-hour days in for a very long time. That's not uncommon. Be ready for it, okay? So those are tips. If you want more information, go to my website, talkdavid.com. You can see all the different things we do. We write books, radio shows. I do online courses. I'm a counselor, a life coach. I work in the world of sports and sports psychology. I mean, I don't know if there's anything we don't do, quite frankly, and I love it all. I wouldn't trade it for the world. If I was hired, if a corporation came to me today and said, what's your bottom line? How much do you make a year? We will double it if you come and work in this office for us. I would say thank you very much, but no. I love the freedom of being an entrepreneur. Now, when I say freedom, I put in a lot of hours still, and I've done this a long time, but I'm free. I'm making decisions that are great for me. I work with all the people I love to. I don't work with people who are jerks. Sometimes when you work with corporations, you got to work with jerks. I don't have any jerks I work with. I have 10 people that work with me side by side, my assistants, who are freaking amazing, right? And I love what I do. Can I finish it on that note? I love what I do, which allows me to go through the ups and downs in my career and never, ever, ever give up. I want you, if this is the path for you, it's not the path for everyone. if this is the path for you to become an entrepreneur, I want you to be so freaking successful. Listen to what I said. I hope you took notes. Jot things down, because you'll be so much further ahead of the game, because I didn't have this information when I started. Okay. I love you all. Go rock this world. Make a big difference.